My entire experience with Monster Hunter prior to Monster Hunter Wilds basically for me is like 10 minutes, and I don't even remember. I just remember playing a few minutes and then I stopped. The reason for that because I was playing several games back then. I remember actually prioritizing other games than that game. So I jumped into Monster Hunter Wilds to see whether I can connect with this game and whether it's something I will enjoy and I want to play. And I can tell you that from a new player perspective, I am still really enjoying my time with the beta. It's a bit overwhelming to me, for sure, and I needed to learn a few things, and I'm still learning. I'm still making lots of mistakes. I haven't read anything. Only actually later I took a look at some of the information on the official website, which there are quite intensive information there, about the controls and everything. So if you're new to the game, there are some really important information you can find out if you just even check the official website. Now, I did encounter many issues. One of them, by the way, you can see here where kind of a monster gets stuck. I don't know why programmatically you can just solve this. If a monster is actually walking, just staying in the same place, you can just create another animation so it can get out of there. Nonetheless, it was actually a very smooth experience overall without really any significant issues. Now, regarding the visuals, I already shared with you my opinion about it. Overall, the game looks absolutely stunning in my opinion. Even better in daylight than in when it's, I don't know if it's like night or some kind of a situation in the game where it's kind of dark. It's still beautiful with the visual effects and with the lighting. Nonetheless, I like them both and the game is really beautiful. Now, in terms of graphic fidelity, I was disappointed, I have to be honest with you. Frame rate looks pretty disappointing in many situations. Still playable and again, it's not something that will be a deal breaker for me. Resolution look better, significantly better, but again, low frame rates. Even then, it doesn't look that, I think it's the core resolution, base resolution is pretty low, even in resolution. I noticed even some situations where in frame rate priorities was pretty hard to watch. It was like shadows dancing and like with the animation and it was totally blurry and information totally lost there. It was pretty annoying to see. But it wouldn't be fair if I not mention that the world is large, it's open world and there are lots of monsters hanging around. The animations of the monsters is incredible. The world is also pretty detailed and there's also, you can view everything from a distance, so drawing distance is also good. And basically the world feels very much alive and all of that leads to a really great experience, even with, the issues that I encountered. I think the re-engine basically, I think it's outdated and that's the reason for that because again, the PlayStation 5 can actually demonstrate really high quality graphics even with such detailed worlds. I've seen this in Unreal Engine 5 in different games. So it's not like the PlayStation 5 is the main reason for that, I think. And we need to see how it would be on the PC. I have a feeling that it's going to be, quite similar to resolution, better, but of course with high frame rates. But I don't think it's going to be like, a huge difference compared to what we see in resolution. Now, I know they're working on a new engine and I actually made a video about that as well. So hopefully it will be better. Definitely I think there's a need for improvement here because again, it shouldn't be like that in 2024, even for this game on the PlayStation 5. Again, that being said, it's beta. Also something to keep in mind is it doesn't represent the final version of the game. Also, we like the map, the interactive map, the live map, which shows you everything and everything changes if there's an event or something and you monster pops up, you're going to see it on the map immediately. So again, everything just feels alive. Also, it's a co-op game. You can play with lots of players and different missions, and this is great. Mostly I played alone, by the way, but definitely this is the highlight of this game. Playing with others, and definitely some of the encounters will be much easier if you do it with others than doing it alone. Another thing I didn't like is parts of the UI, the one with the missions actually look pretty terrible in my opinion. Nonetheless, I can easily understand what each thing does. It was pretty clear, something related to the way they show the text with the stroke around the text. I don't know, it looks ancient. Still, the game has many options and I really like the ability to progress and craft things and find materials on the way and seeing other monsters drop materials and scavenging the monsters. It really feels great overall. The gameplay loop seems very satisfying. There are really lots of items that you can have and lots of different weapons, and can't wait to see what other things they will introduce outside of the demo, of course, hopefully crafting weapons and other cool stuff. And also it's the game that feels to me there's going to be some kind of a skill base, you know, with being able to understand which encounter you are going to and pay attention to that, and being able to time things right and bringing the right gear to the combat, rather than just, you know, like I'm doing here, like basically just going in and I really don't care about anything except for the healing potions which I needed, and then I realized how to add it to the pouch and use it. Also, the combat is very, very satisfying, jumping on monsters, and when the angle changes and you do massive damage, it doesn't matter which weapon, each weapon has some really crazy attacks and combos and different combinations, and this also makes combat very, very satisfying. Aside from that, visual effects and sound effects and even the music, which I muted again when I posted on video because I didn't know if it's copyrighted or not, it was really, really beautiful, especially the opening music. Wow. I also read on the official website there are going to be 2 distinct seasons. Basically, the game is going to be ever changing, and each environment is inhabited by its own apex predator, which will appear during the area's inclemency. There's also 3 regions, biomes in the game, including the Windwalled Plains, Scarlet Forest, and the Overworld Basin. And of course, each area is going to have its unique monsters they're going to fight. Yeah, overall, I really find it great, especially with the notifications when an enemy appears, for example, because some of the monsters will appear at a certain period of time and for a limited time. So, you know, you want to gather quickly and try to eliminate them by yourself or with your friends. And the fact that the entire place feels very much alive and with some dynamic content happening, this is what makes everything feels great in my opinion, and engaging and fun, rather than if it was something more static and predictable. So yeah, I really felt based on the beta that they nailed it right. Look how beautiful the game looks and the animations of the monster. This is incredible. It's a really beautiful game. With everything I mentioned, it's still beautiful, really beautiful. I really like the color palette, by the way it's actually presented, how the sky looks, textures on the monsters, and the lush area here is just beautiful and slightly animated as well. And of course, I haven't mentioned the character creation, which is amazing, and your pet companion that you can also customize and, you know, give him some armor items and weapons as well. Looking great so far, looking amazing. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm definitely in because I really enjoyed the beta, so I know I'm gonna have a blast playing this game. Yeah, I'm just gonna learn a bit more, so I'll be ready when the game launches. Still enjoying a lot, and continue playing the beta until it's over. Thanks for watching. Waiting for your comments below. Consider also subscribing to my channel. See you in the next video. Cheers.